नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। शङ्करम् शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवम् बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयम् करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करम् लोकशङ्करम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शान्तिमन्त्रम्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदम् पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. In the last 6 mantras of Isavasya, we saw 4 subjects: Vidya, Avidya, Sambhuti, Asambhuti. Now, even though they are separate, they are to be taken couples as the Vidya, Avidya, Sambhuti, Asambhuti as two separate. So we have two subjects, which is Karma and Upasana in the Vidya, Vidya. And in the Sambhuti, Asambhuti, we have the Prakriti and Hiranyagarbha. Now, the Upanishad says that the Vidya and Avidya, that is Karma and Upasana, should be practiced as Samuchaya or together. Because done independently, they have, even though definite separate results, the results are not supported by the power of Upasana when you do Karma alone. Same way, when Karma is done alone without the Upasana, the effect of the Karma also is not seen immediately, or it can take time. So one who would like to have a Krama Mukti or a sequential emancipation, such a person should engage in a combination of Karma and Upasana. That is the Vedic injunctions along with the meditation on the deity on which the Upasana, the Karma is being done. So for each Karma in the chapter itself, there is Upasana given. What had happened was people were practicing only Karma alone, there were people doing Upasana alone. So that is not advised as per the Isavasyopanishad. Then there are people who are doing the Karya Brahman and Karana Brahman Upasana. That is Hiranyagarbha and Prakriti. The Prakriti is not the Prakriti of the Sankhya system. Here Prakriti is take it to be understood as Karana Brahman, from which Hiranyagarbha becomes Sambhuti, becomes a product of the Karya Brahman. So when you do the independent prayers to Hiranyagarbha alone or Prakriti alone, the combined effect will not be beneficial for those who are doing independently. So for the benefit of those who are doing it, the Upanishad recommends and quotes that it should be done together. That Prakriti alone should not be meditated upon, nor Hiranyagarbha should be meditated upon alone. So in the verses 15 and 16, 17 and 18, all the 4 are related to the Hiranyagarbha Upasana and the methodology in which we have to do the upasanas and the Prakriti upasana also. So in the 15th it is about Hiranyagarbha, and in the 16th the Prakriti is also included, not indirectly but indirectly. But we will see that how it is being done. This is basically a prayer or a request by the meditator who meditates on Hiranya Garbha, and requesting him to give the required support and access so that my prayers are successful. So the 4 mantras from 15, 16, 17 and 18, there is no philosophical or on the Brahman or the Atman that has been covered earlier. So the Upanishad is not going to touch upon that. But one who sees this prayers can really see that the purpose of the prayer is always required for achieving that Ekatma Bhava or Samatva Bhava or Ahameda Idam Sarvam. That Bhava can be achieved when you see the words in the prayer itself. Even though it's a prayer for Hiranyagarbha and subsequent ones, you will see that there is a help which can be seen, that a similar one is seen in the Mandukya Upanishad also, or no, Katha Upanishad. Yavamam Vrunude, that mantra where says that Atma has to show itself to us. So there is a prayer to Atma. That is the same way here the Hiranyagarbha and is being invoked upon by the meditator. So the 15th mantra goes like this. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham tat tvam pushan apavrunu satyadharmaya drishtaye. Hiranmayena patrena. So here there are two words, Hiranmayena and Patrena. Hiranmaya iva Hiranmaya. Hiranmaya means golden, shining golden color is called Hiranyamaya. Hiranyam is gold, Hiranmayam is golden. So a brilliant or a bright golden orb which you see in the early rising sun. That is what is here is referred by the Hiranmayena. And Patrena, Tena Patrena eva Apidana Bhutena Satyasya. So it is like a lid. Now if you imagine the rising sun with the golden bright shine, which is not very conducive for the eyes to look for a long time. At the same time, if you look closely for it, it will suddenly, our eyes will become dark in the center of the sun, as if there is a hole there. So the Upanishad projects it is that there is a lid to the hole which is golden in color, which is the gateway through which I can achieve my target or my destination. So, tena patrena avidana bodhena satyasya aditya mandalastasya. So, aditya mandalam or the region of sun behind the sun is what is to be taken as the aditya mandala here. Brahmana apihitam achaditam mukam dwaram. That golden sun, when we look up to it for a long time, the center of the sun becomes black, or we will appear, to us it will appear as is dark and black. It's a hole there is. That hole is the gateway through which we can reach the Brahmana the Brahman, the Karana Brahman, or because Hiranyamaya, what you call that, Hiranyagarbha is represented by the sun as a Karya Brahman. So whom we are seeing the sun is the Karya Brahman representing, like Shivalinga is for the representation of Shiva, Saligrama is the representation for Vishnu, like that. Here the golden sun is the representation for Hiranyagarbha. And through Hiranyagarbha only you can cross over to the Karana Brahman and beyond. That is the cause for which the sun is formed. So the space from which the sun is formed is behind the sun, and the whole is represented by the black center portion of the sun when we look for a long time. And the sun with the gold color appears to be the lid which is covering that black hole. Tad tvam he pushan apavrunu apasaraya satyadharmaya. That is Satyadharma. Satyadharma is Brahman. For me to know or for me to achieve the Brahman, Apasaraya or Apavrunu, please remove the lid of golden lid which you have closed the hole through which I can achieve the Brahman. So this is an imagination of a prayer or a meditator on Hiranyagarbha. Tava satyasya upasana satyam dharmo yasya mama soham satyadharma tasmai mahyam. Athava yada bhudasya dharmasya anushthatre drishtaye tava satyatmana upalabdhaye. Please show me the Satyatma. For achieving the Satyatma, this is the only way. Yada bhudasya dharmasya anushthatre. So bhudasya means here the one which has been created is the sun, golden sun. That is created by the Brahman. So the Satya Dharma is the word used for Brahman here. Satyam Dharmo Yasya. That is Satya Dharma is the name. That is Tasmai Brahmahyam. To Satya Dharma, I am praying for me. Mahyam means for me. Please remove the lid of that passage through which I will be reaching the Satya Dharma Avastha or the Brahman, which whom the Karana Brahman or behind the Prakriti. Behind the Prakriti or Karana Brahman is the Brahman, Satya Dharma. So to reach the Satya Dharma, Hiranyagarbha, you are covering the passage of the hole through which I can achieve the Prakriti, the cause through which you have come. You have become the sun or the Hiranyagarbha, through which I can pass through and reach the Satya Dharma, which is in the Aditya Mandala or the Brahman state. So here, this is a mental imagination of the meditator looking at the early morning sun and praying. Here you can say that there is no Isha, there is no Ishvara, there is nothing of that sort which is being mentioned here for achieving Brahman. So it is Satya Dharma which is the representation of Brahman. Satyam Dharma Yasya. So here the word Satyam is used. This word is used in the Taittiriya also. Satyajnana Anandam Brahma is a Satyam is used there. Satyasya Satyam is another word used for Brahman. So all these words Satyam means the truth. Truth is that which never changes and it is always one and only one. That is why Brahman is Ekameva Dvitiyam Brahma. So we should understand that. So that is why it is called Satyasya Satyam or Satyo Dharma Yasya Saha. Or here we are saying that Satya Dharmaya means to achieve that Satya Dharma, you please remove the lid of the golden orb. He Pushan means here Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha, he is addressing Hiranyagarbha, represented by the sun himself. So in the next verse you will find he is asking the sun. Now from the Hiranyagarbha he will be addressing as the sun only. So you will find that there is similarity between the both the mantras. So this being the first prayer by the meditator on the Hiranyagarbha, requesting him to be benevolent to the meditator so that he removes the golden orb which is covering the passage to the Satyadharma avastha. Then the next mantra is Pushan Nekarshe Yama Surya Prajapatyaha Vyuha Rishmin Samuha Tejo Yette Rupam Kalyanatamam Tatte Pashyami Yo Asau Vasau Purushaha Sohamasmi. So this mantra is again the prayer, but here slightly more details are given. He Pushan Ekarshe. So He Pushan Jagataha Poshanat Pushaha Ravi. Ravi or sun is the one which nurtures the whole world. So Pushanat Pushaha. Poshanat Pushaha. The one who nourishes the whole world. But with what? With its rays. If the sun rays are not falling on the whole world, there is no nourishment on the surface of the globe. So, Jagataha, this world is being nourished by the Poshana, the Pushan, or which is represented by Ravi here. Tata, Eka eva rashati gacchati ekarshi. He Ekarsha. Now he is being addressed as Ekarshi. Ekarshi means Rishati Gachati, one who moves, Ekaha, as a sole one which is moving in the sky. The sun is the only bright star or this bright light which is moving in the sky, and it is moving alone. There is no second sun for this. With this setup, we may say the moon is also shining, but the moon doesn't have a shine of its own. It is a sunlight which is being reflected on the moon. So we should say that all the globe, all the planets which are on this Saurayuda are being lit by the sun. Therefore, the only one which is moving as a solo traveler, Eka eva richati, the one which is traveling all alone by himself, therefore Ekarshi. He Ekarshe. Tada sarvasya samyamanad yamaha. He Yamaha. Yamaha is another word used for again the sun here. Yama is the representation for Kala, means time. So, sarvasya samyamanad yamaha. Every measurement of time is depending upon the movement of the sun. Only when the sun moves, we can even measure the other planets' movements because if the sun doesn't shine, the other planets also cannot shine, and we will not know time at all. Thus, either the moon or the other planets. Therefore, sarvasya samyamanat. It is the one which makes every movement measurable. Therefore, He Yamaha is another word. Tata, another one now being told is Rashminam, Prananam, Rasananam cha Swikaranat Suryaha. Suryaha. Rashminam. Rashmi means here, Rashmin is Prana. Prananam is it. And Rasananam. The link between the prana and the rasanendriya, just as Panchendriya has got all, their own presiding deities, but they are all depending upon the sun. Rashminam, from the sun, the light which is coming is equated to the prana, because the vital breath which is we are all living, not only human beings, the animals, the plants, and everything in the solar system are breathing as if, because of the solar rays which are coming at, and that creates the five sense organs function in the human body. So represented by the Rasanana. Swikaranat Suryaha. And all these things are being accepted by Surya. As if not only it is giving, it is a two-way connection. Not only the sun is giving us the light, but it is also sucking up our life out of us, so that we are transported through the sun to the Aditya Mandala where the Brahman is staying. So therefore, He Surya, Swikaranat Suryaha. So he is the one who is the receiver for the one who is departing from this body. Prajapate he apatyam prajapatya. He prajapatya. Prajapati is the one who creates everything in the form of Prajapati. Prajanam pati, Prajapati. Or Prajapate he apatyam is Prajapati. So here, He Prajapati is being addressed to the sun, because sun is a product of Prajapati. Prajapati is a creator. So sun is called Prajapati. Vyuha Vigamaya. Rashmin Swan. So these Rashmin, all these rays, please withdraw that into yourself, so that I am being taken by Vyuha, the group of Rashmis which are falling on me, can transport me through the hole of the golden lid to the Brahman, or to the Aditya Mandala or Satya Dharma. Samuha eki kuru upasamhara tejaha tavekam jyotihi. Not only that, the heat from your Rashmis are so burning on me, please consolidate them and take it back to you, so that I am not tortured by your light. Yette tava rupam kalyanatamam atyanta shobhanam. Now he is praising that race, so that the sun becomes happy because of the prayer. Yette tava rupam, your rupam or your appearance is atyanta shobhanam, is so beautiful. Tat te tavatmana prasadat pashyami. That I am able to see only because of your prasada or your benevolence. If you are becoming so hot and bright, I can't even dare to look at you. Now, in the golden or shape which you are showing to me is your benevolence in the morning, so that I am able to look at you and see the hole through which I can transport myself to the Satya Dharma, or the state of Brahman. Therefore, it is your benevolence through which I am able to see, and your heat which you are giving through these rays are really torturing me. Consolidate and pull them back into you. Kincha aham na tu tvam britya yache yo asau aditya mandalastaha asau vyahritya avayavaha purushakarat purnavanena pranadhyutatmana jagat samastamidi purushaha purishayanat purusha. Now, before going to the purusha level, what the meditator or the prayer, the one who prays, says that kincha, because why I am requesting you with all these prayers is aham natu tvam britya yache. I am not a servant of yours to request you or beg you to be a benevolent to me. Yosa asau, I am not different from you. This is the part which I have been explaining, that you will see that when the meditator is having that attitude that ahameva idam sarvam, he is very, very clearly mentioning that I am not your servant. I am requesting you all this benevolence from you because I am part of you as a jiva, and you are a product of Brahman. We are all the same. You as a Prajapati is Putraha, or the son of Prajapati. I am also a Jivatma, which is a Prajapati's Putra. So I am not your Britya to request you or beg you to be graceful to me. I am yoso ahameva. That is why the word soham asmi, it will come in the next mantra. So here also the last word is so aham asmi. I am yourself. There is no difference between you and me. Now the word purushaha is being led purushakarat purushaha. Purushakarat means you are looking like a man with your golden beard and your golden, hair lock, and your bright shining eyes. You are looking like an angry man, not as timid or soft lady. So Purusha Akarat Purushaha is one definition given to the Purusha. Purnam Vanena Prana Dyatmanaha Jagat Samastamidi Purushaha. Purnam, complete. Prana Buddhyatmanaha. Through the prana and the Buddhyatmana, Jagat Samastamidi. You are now becoming the prana and the buddhi of the whole world. Purnavanena. Therefore, Jagat Samastamidi. You are the entire world, where you are the prana and the buddhi of the whole world. Therefore, Purushaha. Then, Purishahenadva Purushaha. Otherwise, you are the one which is lying in every body, because you are the prana and the prana is sustaining every body. And you are the Pushan, you are the nurturer for everything, plant to animals to everything in the world. Therefore, Purishayanat, every body you are there. Some way or the other, you are present in every body. Therefore, Purishayanadva Purushaha. That is the third definition for Purusha. So aham asmi bhavami. So I am you. There is no difference between you and me. And therefore, I am doing this prayer to you because I am not different from you. You are present in me and I am you. This is the attitude with which the one who is doing the prayer is approaching the Hiranyagarbha through the object of sun. Sun is being symbolized here as Hiranyagarbha and being prayed by the meditator on the Hiranyagarbha Upasana. Now I'll stop here because the next two mantras have to go together, which I'll not be able to complete in the remaining 10-12 minutes, which I'll be taking in the coming Wednesday. And after Wednesday, Friday, we will have a question answer and followed by a Sunday question answer. And the next week, Wednesday onwards, I am planning to start Prashna Upanishad. That is the planning with which I will be going ahead. So with these two mantras, I'll stop here a bit early, but doesn't matter. We will use it for question answer session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you. Dhanyavada.